tips and tricks, and hopefully you guys can get a lot of value from our channel and the videos, and so this is why you guys should subscribe. So today's video, we're actually going to be talking about various surfaces that you guys can use to put your glue adhesive on. So I know this is a really overwhelming subject.
The most important thing to remember is not necessarily the glue surface, but it's how you dip your adhesive. That will have the biggest impact on your retention. Always make sure to dip the fan or the lash in the middle of the glue drop. That is the most important thing to take away from this video.
Because there's just so many options. So which is better? So there's really no perfect answer, because there's gonna be, you guys should pick a few of these various methods and try, and then see what works best for you. So what works for one lash artist may not work perfectly for another. So the key is to try the various methods and see what is the best for you. So let's get into it. The first method that I'm actually going to talk about is just a simple jade stone. So as you guys can see, this is the jade stone. And so this one has glue drops that have been applied on it and they have dried. So just so you guys can see, a jade stone is a good option to put your adhesive on. However, you should always cover it with something. Otherwise, you're gonna have this issue. And the way to get this resolved is that you just have to put the jade stone into a acetone-based cup and keep it there for 45 minutes. And then it's going to dissolve the old adhesive. So that's the thing. You need to always cover it. Otherwise, you're gonna have this issue. You can cover it with tape, and you can cover it with various tapes. Actually, you can cover it with micropore tape. You can cover it with the breathable tape that we have on our website, and you can also cover it with a aluminum foil. So all of these options work really well. Just make sure that you always clean it, obviously. And another great thing about the jade stone is that it keeps your adhesive cool. So that's the other great part of it. Since it's not really plastic, it's going to keep your adhesive a little bit cooler. It's not going to make a huge difference in how long it's going to last, but you know, every extra few minutes makes a difference. So the next surface area we're going to talk about is actually going to be these disposable trays. So these little cute trays are super adorable. So they're really awesome because they have about 30 spots for adhesives. And they separate all the glue drops. So once you're done with one glue drop, you can always close it, like make sure that it's no longer producing any more fumes, and then move on to the next drop. So it's going to separate all your glue drops, which is really awesome. It's also going to stop the adhesive from leaking from the side. So you know, when you have a jade stone, if you move it slightly, the glue is going to start leaking. You're not going to have an issue with these little guys. And you know, the glue is also supposed to last longer since it's in a little bit of a concave surface. It's not flat. So it's supposed to, since the glue is kind of like, I'm gonna say the word cocooned. So if the glue is kind of like cocooned in like a little circle, so the only place that it has contact with air is actually going to be on the top, as opposed to when you put a glue on a flat surface. The glue is having contact with the air from all over the place, right? Not just from the top, it's having contact from the sides. So, and then the cyanoacrylate, I'm not sure I'm saying it correctly, but the cyanoacrylate, it actually starts curing as soon as it gets into contact with air. So obviously, the more contact with air, the faster it's going to cure, the less your glue is going to last. So these are really cool. My only issue with them is that they're not recyclable. and we try to make all our products as much as possible recyclable. So that's why we don't carry these for now. I might still break down and start carrying them, but for now we have decided actually to do this alternative. So this is kind of like a clear version, but it's a reusable version of this. However, it has less glue drops, so there's only 6 of them, which is sufficient for most sets. So you would have 6 little glue areas for your glue drop. So far we have found it useful. The great part is that it is recyclable. It has the same benefits as the disposable one, but except it has less spots, and you can reuse it, which is better for the environment. So that's the only difference. In terms of so the next option we have is actually going to be the glue ring. So the glue ring is pretty cool as well. So you basically just put it on your finger, and then you can just apply the glue. The benefit of it is that you can work much faster because you're closer to the client's eyes with your hand, and then you're going to be able to it's just more efficient and faster to work with a glue ring. The drawback with working with a glue ring is that you're actually going to be inhaling and your client is going to be inhaling all the fumes from the adhesive. So it's really up to you to decide and try it and see if you want to use it. There are ways of, minimizing the fact that you're going to be breathing in the fumes. However, it's still going to be more than if you're using a different surface area and it's further away from you. So obviously good ventilation is key and all these types of things, but it's still going to make a difference. So that's that. And then the other really, really cool thing that I'm going to show you guys is these little guys. So these are, this is like a brand new, it's kind of like a new innovation, which is really cool. So they can be applied directly onto the glue ring or whatever surface you're working on, but they were originally meant to go with the glue ring. And so you apply it like this, okay, as you can see, hopefully you guys can see well here. And then as you're lashing, you basically, you have the glue drop, and then you can basically, it helps with the foot of your fan. So it helps to make it more pointy and more symmetrical. So it's really, really cool. I love this little thing. I find it so amazing, especially for beginners, but unfortunately it's not recyclable, which kind of breaks my heart a little bit, but it's such an awesome innovation and product that we actually do carry it, unfortunately for now, until we figure out a way to make it more like recyclable, or make it in a way that it's not like bad for the environment. But it's just such a great innovation that so far, we had to get some. So the good news is that you can reuse them multiple times. So I mean, you can see how that goes. But so far, we found them really, really awesome. So they have little slits on the side, and that's where you're going to put your fan and make the base more pointy and less boxy. So it's really, really cool. So I'm going to give you guys another pro tip, which is really cool. So use aluminum foil. So this is aluminum foil. So you can use actually this on any surface. You can use this on your glue rings. So you just basically have to cut it out in a shape that will be appropriate for the glue ring and make it like this. So that once the adhesive is no longer good, you just basically remove the aluminum and throw it out. So at least you can keep your products longer. Obviously, these are also supposed to be recyclable. Some lash art, I mean, not recyclable. Some lash artists just throw them out after each use, but I think you can get more uses out of them. So, and the other great benefit of using the aluminum foil is that it's supposed to actually keep your glue a little bit longer, keep it fresh a little bit longer, because it's a cooler surface than just putting on plastic. So, I mean, it's up to you guys what you choose to do, but you can really do this with any surface. So like this, you can apply it on it as well, and then just make little holes for where the glue is gonna go. You just have to kind of use a sharper surface and then make the little holes there. So it's really, really cool. I'm not gonna do it right now, but I just wanna show you guys that that's what's possible. So I hope you guys found this video helpful and useful. Let me know what's your biggest takeaway and which of these surface areas for your adhesive you're planning to try or you have already tried and absolutely love. I would love to hear in the comments what your favorite one is. And if you guys haven't already subscribed, be sure to do so to see more videos.